This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning and happy Veterans Day, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi, whose father served us so steadfastly.
He did.
Battle of Luzon.
He did, yeah. One of the worst battles of World War II.
Yes.
He didn't like to talk about it very much, though.
No, it's,
no, he braved his responsibilities bravely and admirably, and when he walked away from that battle, he never wanted to talk about it anymore.
The greatest generation.
Yeah, absolutely. We have lots of parades out there celebrating Veterans Day today, and it all looks like it's going to be absolutely spectacular. Perfect. Yeah, like maybe one of the best days of the year.
Wow.
I know. It's going to be great. We're looking at a lot of sunshine out there, no rainfall, clear skies across the entire state for the most part, and really clear skies across a lot of the country today. Daytime highs will top out in the upper 70s. Lots of dry air in place, giving us comfortable relative humidities in the afternoon. All in all, I think this is going to be one of the best weekends we have had in quite some time, Donnie.
Thank you very much, John, and it's good to know that the parades and the honors will go off with good weather as it should. And looking at the traffic, excuse me, hopefully everything is good throughout the day, but right now things are moving along as normal for this time of the morning, which is 5:02. Bradenton is looking good. The bridges from Palmetto moving along, as are 75, 301, and 41, so those routes look like good ones to take if you need to. In Sarasota County, same is holding true there. No issues or delays in 75 and 301, 41 good there, as well as are the arteries out to 75 from the west part of the county. Topping our news this morning, after more than 3 years of planning, fundraising, and building, a Vietnam memorial was unveiled last week in Charlotte County, and on this Veterans Day, it'll be open to the public. It's located at Lashley Park in Punta Gorda, right on Charlotte Harbor. A service will be held this morning at 9 by the Veterans Kiwanis Garden to remember those fallen servicemen and women. In honor of the wall, which is the first of its kind on the Suncoast, former Vietnam prisoner of war Wayne Smith will speak before the crowd to tell of his experience of being held captive for more than 5 years. Again, the service starts at 9. Dozens of people here on the Suncoast are remembering a teenager with a candlelight vigil. It happened last night at Riverwalk in Bradenton, and ABC7's Rick Adams has more.
Well, there are a lot of heavy hearts here. 18-year-old Mariah Good is being remembered by her family, friends, and those who knew her. She was shot to death on Sunday. They came to remember a teenager who many say was outgoing, giggly, and full of sunshine. 18-year-old Mariah Good was killed by a gunman in Bradenton just days ago. Her mom and dad are trying to stay strong in the face of this horrible tragedy. They received plenty of strength from this candlelight vigil.
She would just be so happy to see that everybody's gathering together to honor her.
Mariah's dad, Gary Good, tells us she was Daddy's little girl. He says he's still having a very difficult time trying to make sense of all this.
Just unimaginable. Still just, we're like in a fog.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says Mariah was a passenger in a car when gunfire had erupted from another vehicle outside of an apartment in the 3300 block of 4th Street East. One of the bullets struck Mariah in the chest and killed her. The Sheriff's Office tells us that it was Mariah's friend in the driver's side of the car who was the intended target. 21-year-old Devin Lee Freeman was arrested and charged with second-degree murder in Mariah's death.
The suspect and friend of the victim knew of one another and actually had some problems in the past. And so that's what facilitated the shooting.
In addition to the candlelight vigil, family and friends told many stories about Mariah and released purple balloons to the heavens. Purple was her favorite color.
She was outstanding. She was a very great person to talk to. She was there for me when I needed.
I'm shocked. I'm sad.
It was certainly a very emotional night here. These are the first steps of the healing process for these folks. Mariah is gone, but not forgotten. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Now, one person is in the hospital this morning following an incident involving a tractor trailer and a boat on I-75. The tractor trailer was towing the boat when it became disconnected. It was a race boat, and it happened yesterday. The incident didn't cause any lanes to close, but it did cause some backups in both directions on I-75. There's still no word on the condition of the person taken to the hospital. Nationwide protests continue this morning against President-elect Donald Trump. In several cities, demonstrators hit the streets for the second night in a row, and it's all happening as Trump made his way to Washington to meet with the GOP leaders and also President Obama at the White House. We have a live look now at the White House. It's very serene right now as both have gone. Neither are there. Donald Trump has left. President-elect is preparing to move in and begin representing our country. And ABC's Kenneth Moten is in Washington as well, bringing us the latest.
Trump's transition not so peaceful. Another night of protest against President-elect Donald Trump. Smashed windows in Portland, Oregon. Crowds took over the streets in Oakland. In Philadelphia and New York, they marched.
These people, unfortunately, they have to get over the results. He won. He won.
Trump, tasked with uniting the country, tweeted, "Just had a very open and successful presidential election. Now professional protesters incited by the media are protesting. Very unfair." But it's another Trump tweet from 4 years ago that's resurfacing. Trump said the night of President Obama's re-election, "We can't let this happen. We should march on Washington and stop this travesty." A different tone yesterday as a more humble president-elect met with President Obama for the first time at the White House.
We now are going to want to do everything we can to help you succeed.
Trump also made the rounds on Capitol Hill, meeting with top GOP officials and House Speaker Paul Ryan. Trump on a tour, while his ex-opponent was on a nature walk. This heartbroken Hillary Clinton supporter went for a hike in Chappaqua when she bumped into the former Democratic nominee out just walking the dogs. But there's still uncertainty for Clinton. The Capitol Hill investigations into her private email server continue, and Trump's team says he hasn't ruled out his promise to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Clinton. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Change is not only happening at the White House. Here on the Suncoast, the medical marijuana industry is also preparing for some adjustments. Major details still need to be worked out, but the industry will have to work them out because medical marijuana was legalized in Florida. The expansion will be a big boost for businesses already growing, processing, and distributing cannabis here in Florida, and it will likely spur even more competition for the highly sought-after dispensing organization licenses. Right now, it's limited to a handful of businesses chosen by state officials last year. A company called True Leave opened a dispensary in Tallahassee in July and also plans to open one in Bradenton as well. The CEO hopes the regulatory details can be worked out quickly.
Everyone's focus right now is making sure that there is implementation to ensure that those conditions that were listed in the amendment are given full access to medical cannabis in the state of Florida.
The constitutional change legalizes marijuana as a treatment option for patients with conditions including post-traumatic stress disorder, cancer, AIDS, and Parkinson's disease. While dispensaries are taking more time to work on their finishing details, the diverging diamond project off University Parkway and I-75 is not. Construction crews every day are getting closer to finishing this mammoth project. According to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, the project's slightly ahead of schedule as crews made a big leap over the past couple of days, shifting the southbound traffic to new lanes and the overpass at the interchange as well. The new diverging diamond interchange will be open to drivers in the spring. Crews will add to the final touches into the summer. The project likely completed before the 2017 World Rowing Championships take place. Speaking of traffic, we all know it can be a headache, and it's getting even worse as this season brings in more visitors. Already it is worse, especially those escaping colder climates. For our year-round sunny beaches and beautiful temperature like today is the perfect weather, and that's why people move to Florida and come to Florida. And looking ahead 20 years, officials hope that beachgoers will be able to leave their cars behind. New routes are already being studied and designed because of congested traffic throughout the area. Experts hope travelers can start utilizing the waterways that already connect most of the island cities.
Whether it's 5 months, 5 years, 5 decades, a substantial amount of people are going to get around this area, Southwest Florida, via water transportation. It's inevitable.
Anna Maria Island and Longboat Key officials do not expect year-round population to increase because of density restrictions, but Sarasota and Bradenton, they don't have those restrictions, and in 20 years they expect maybe 250,000 to 500,000 more people living here permanently. In honor of Veterans Day, a special breakfast happening at the Roberts Arena today as the gathering will offer a warm get-together for veterans while raising funds for Goodwill Minnesota's Veterans Services. The breakfast being served at 7 this morning with keynote speaker Rear Admiral Logan Malone starting his presentation shortly after that. He plans to share stories about his experience working near nuclear weapons and also with missile submarines. And if you're looking to join in on celebrating Veterans Day this morning, a parade is being held in downtown Sarasota. It starts at 10 with a ceremony to honor the veterans going on afterwards at 11. The parade will begin at Main Street and go down through Osprey Avenue. And obviously, words cannot express, parades cannot express how much we owe, the gratitude we owe to all these people who have served our country and given life, limb, and service for our freedom and our well-being.
Well spoken. Absolutely right. Weather will cooperate for all these celebrations. We'll look at a forecast that includes a beautiful weekend coming up in just a few.
See, John's doing his part, giving back to the veterans with a wonderful day. So much happening on the Suncoast this weekend as well. The Medieval Fair, the International Chalk Festival starts, and Linda Carson showing us what to check out in the Suncoast scene. Plus, plenty is going on today to celebrate veterans as well. We'll tell you where you can join in, and if you're a veteran, where you can get a free flu shot. We'll tell you that coming up within the hour.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Why wait until the turkey has you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokees. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Or save big on a new Jeep Cherokee starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Forecast looks like this. We have an air temperature of 61 degrees. In fact, some places it's much cooler than that. Dew point coming in at 56 degrees. I love it. Those temperatures are just great when you get dew points in that area, in the 50s, mid-50s, low 50s. Feels very comfortable. East-northeast wind coming in at about 5. I will say that across the area, Becky in Old Mayaca reported in a very unhappy way that her air temperature is 47 degrees in Old Mayaca. Now, she's typically a little cooler than everybody else, but nevertheless, it gives you an idea of how much our temperatures have dropped in 24 hours. Lots of 50s on the board this morning. 58 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, 59, Lakewood Ranch, Parrish at 58, Bradenton at 58. We do have 60 in Northport, 56 degrees in Punta Gorda, 62 Venice, 63 Inglewood, 64 Longboat Key. So, very cool, dry air in place. You can see that by this tan contour has moved across the state of Florida. Well, a lot of this is being kind of shunted off to the east. And back to the west, upstream, there is a little higher moisture content air. And some of that higher moisture content air over the weekend will bring in a little extra cloudiness to our area. But it's going to be moisture starved, basically. So it won't produce any rainfall for us. We have a dry weekend ahead of us. High pressure, the dominant weather feature, continues to drive our winds out of the north. We do have a frontal boundary located along the Ohio Valley, basically, and it will be sinking southward. But as it sinks southward, it'll put on the brakes, and it'll stall out just to the north of us, and it'll move into North Florida in an air that is very devoid of moisture. So really, the only showery activity that I would expect to see from this front at this time will be a few scattered showers out in the Atlantic waters. But nevertheless, we might get a little bit of cloud cover caused by that front across our region Saturday, Sunday. But it won't certainly be a gray sky, just a blue sky peppered with a few clouds. And as far as the supermoon that comes our way on Sunday night into Monday day, I think viewing will be just fine. I really don't see an issue there. Tuesday, we might see a few more clouds begin to roll in and the possibility of a rain shower or two, but hopefully on Monday we'll be just fine. Dry skies, low relative humidity, mild afternoons, and cool, crisp nights. That's the name of the game for us. East-northeast wind at about 10 knots, becoming northwest at about 10 this evening. Should give you 2 footsies or less and a light chop. And the official Suncoast forecast shows some pretty nice conditions into the weekend. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways right now at 517. Everything is moving along with no problems, no issues, no delays other than the normal traffic at this time in the morning. Palmetto looking good, as is Ellington. 75, 301, 41 all through Manatee County into Sarasota County are also moving along with none of the arteries having any problems this morning, and even into Venice and Northport. All is flowing nicely at this point. Now, if you're looking for some fun weekend things to do after Veterans Day and all the celebrations, there's lots of places to go, and ABC7's Linda Carson has the details in our Suncoast scene.
The Sarasota Chalk Festival is bigger and better than ever this year. Many of the best chalk artists in the world are here.
We have more artists coming from over 40 countries from around the world. We have a larger group of local artists that are going to be mixed in with them. And we're going to be displaying by about 3 times the largest installation of 3D pavement art in the history of the art form.
The entire festival is at the Venice Airport this year, November 11th through the 14th. And the Philippi State Park celebrates its 100th anniversary this weekend. Elizabeth Ziegfeld will display photographs made from the old film she found hidden away in her grandmother's house.
You will see about 47 images taken in the 20s, 30s, and 40s of the Ringling Circus, but primarily in the back lot.
And there's more. So join the 100th anniversary celebration at Philippi State Park. It is Saturday morning starting at 10 a.m.
We'll be having a dedication of some archaeology panels on the Indian Midden out west of the mansion. We'll then go into the Sailor Circus. We'll be performing east of the Rose Garden at 12:30 and 1:15, and then at 2 o'clock we have a free concert for everyone.
And the festivities continue Sunday, noon to 4. Saturday, the Rotary Club of Lakewood Ranch presents the 15th annual Food and Wine Fest at the Lakewood Ranch Polo Club.
You'll see 40 restaurants serving hors d'oeuvres. You'll see wine distributors serving over 180 different wines. You'll hear the Kettle of Fish Band, silent auction, cooking demonstrations with Aprons Cooking School. And
the Crystal Sands Siesta Key International Sand Sculpting Festival starts Friday.
The Siesta Key Crystal Classic is a masterclass sand sculpting competition. It's an international sand festival.
We bring the best sculptors from all over the world to come here and sculpt for 4 days, creating sculptures 8 to 10 feet high.
Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Snapchat users have made their way into sunglasses. We'll have the details on the sold-out spectacles that are making people go crazy coming up. Also, while those sunglasses may be a hit, some previously popular campaign items are not. What some stores are doing to sell out leftover merchandise now that the election season is over.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Welcome back. It's 5:23, and Gmail's newest update will allow you to undo those emails that you regret sending. ABC's Kenneth Gibson and Adrian Bankert have the details.
In today's Tech Bites, Gmail now lets you put a stop to those embarrassing sends.
Oh yeah, an undo button has been added to the iOS app. It appears at the bottom of your screen, but only for a few seconds after the mail goes out. It's also available on Gmail's iOS Inbox app, but not Android.
And NASA is set to launch its first constellation satellite system to track the weather.
The 8 spacecraft system will help meteorologists more accurately track and gauge the intensity of hurricanes and predict storm surges.
So Snapchat spectacles are suddenly a must-have item.
I like them.
The glasses, which can record up to 10 seconds of video and upload it to the app, went on sale Thursday at a vending machine in Venice Beach, California for $129.
They quickly sold out and are now available on eBay for as much as $950.
Wow.
Snapchat plans to offer the spectacles again today at another location.
One more way to use Snapchat. Expensive one. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by the Roomba Floor Vacuum.
Just press clean and let Roomba help with your everyday messes. A full suite of sensors automatically guides Roomba throughout your home, cleaning under furniture, along edges, and in corners. And Roomba's patented 3-stage cleaning system agitates, brushes, and suctions dirt from your floors for up to 2 hours, recharging itself when it needs to, which means your floors are always clean. You and Roomba from iRobot. better together.
It's Serta's biggest mattress savings of the season. Buy an iComfort or iComfort Hybrid mattress and get a free box spring, or save up to $1,000 on select Serta adjustable sets. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit a Serta retailer or Serta.com today. Serta, always comfortable.
We have to get ready for the holidays. That's why we're here at Burlington. We need dressy party clothes, decorations. Yeah, this will look good. And gifts, gifts, gifts. Look at these prices. We're ready. Thank you, Burlington.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. This hurricane season, turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, raging riots still continue across the streets of America, and why protesters say they'll keep standing up against President-elect Trump. And new footage from police body cameras taken on the night of the Pulse nightclub massacre. The chilling new view from inside the club that night. Plus, a child surviving a breathtaking fall from a 4th-story window. We'll tell you how the Florida toddler made it through the incident.
Live from the ABC7 studios. This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi on this Veterans Day. So be sure to celebrate all those who have served our country so steadfastly, for sure. But
ultimate that sacrifice,
yes.
Absolutely.
And it's very dichotomous as we celebrate the veterans who have made our country great, and we have people rioting against the president-elect who, is the obviously the talisman of our country.
That's going to pass.
I know it will. We have to. I mean, we have to make it work, right?
Absolutely.
There's no choice.
Absolutely, and it always does. It always does. That's why this nation endures.
Yes, exactly.
We're looking at some beautiful weather for our celebrations today of our veterans. It looks great with daytime highs that top out in the upper 70s. We'll have little rain chance, and we'll have dry, less humid air in place. It's going to be exquisite. I'm looking forward to it. Complete forecast details for the weekend coming up in just a few. Don?
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways. Let's hope they remain exquisite throughout the weekend as well. And right now they're looking good at 5:30. Things are moving along. No problems in Ellington or Palmetto and Parrish, all moving along. And Bradenton, downtown, good. And all of Manatee County actually is looking good with no issues or delays to worry about at this point in the morning. And as you head into Sarasota County, that too is free and clear of any impediments and getting where you want to go all the way through Venice, Northport, and into Charlotte County. Now, thousands of protesters once again lining the streets last night from coast to coast, voicing frustrations following Donald Trump's presidential victory. Andy Rose reports with the latest.
For the second day in a row, people have taken to the streets nationwide to protest the man voted the next president of the United States. Citizens have been demonstrating in dozens of cities almost around the clock since Donald Trump was declared the winner.
People are furious. Not just at, the results of the election last night, obviously, but the rhetoric of Donald Trump, which has been completely appalling and hateful.
Another reason for their anger, Hillary Clinton will likely win the nationwide popular vote. In California, Clinton received a whopping 60% of the popular vote, fueling a small vocal group of ardent protesters carrying #CalExit signs. While most protests have been peaceful, dozens have been arrested for setting fires, vandalism, assaulting officers, and unlawful assembly. People surrounded Trump buildings in Chicago and New York, and in several states, students organized walkouts. President-elect Trump has yet to comment on the protests, but one-time presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has this to say about what's next for Democrats.
Do not despair. Get involved in the political process. The views that we hold, that we should be a vibrant democracy, and let's work together to create the kind of nation that most of us know we can become.
I'm Andy Rose reporting.
Obamacare enrollment is surging right now, even after Donald Trump, the president-elect, says he will replace the program. The next, more than 100,000 people selected health plans on the healthcare.gov website. And according to the Department of Health and Human Services, the last day to enroll in or change plans for coverage to start in January is December 15th. And January 31st, the last day to enroll in or change a 2017 health plan. President-elect Trump is not the only one who is against Obamacare. In fact, Florida Senator Marco Rubio may have tangled with Trump during the presidential primaries, but one area that the two agree on is Obamacare. Now that Rubio has won re-election to the Senate, he says he looks forward to working with President-elect Trump. The senator telling reporters yesterday that now is the time to fix problems and come together to turn this country around.
I don't think that Obamacare works well. I don't want to go back to the old system either. I want to make sure that it's replaced with something that allows every American to control their own health care spending so they can get the kind of coverage they want at a price they can afford.
Senator Rubio was elected to a second term on Tuesday, easily beating out challenger Patrick Murphy. And Hillary Clinton taking some time to let this week's results sink in. A woman named Margot Gerster ran into Clinton while taking a hike near her New York home in Chappaqua, actually, in Westchester. This is the first time that Clinton has been seen since she conceded the election to Donald Trump early Wednesday. In fact, Gerster was beside herself after Hillary lost, so that is one of the reasons why she was taking a long walk in the woods, and she ran into Clinton while doing so. Now, Clinton getting a fresh start, her campaign merchandise getting the boot. Some of Hillary's election-related items are on sale in an airport store following Wednesday morning's results. At least the airport is making use out of the outdated products and still selling them. A new body cam footage from the night of the Pulse nightclub massacre has been released. ABC's Kayla Rose has the story.
Several of the body camera videos start out the same, a deputy going into the trunk of their car to pull out a long gun as they approach the scene of Pulse. You can see squad cars lining the street outside the nightclub where the second largest terrorist attack in U.S. history had just happened inside.
We got it, three more victims.
At times, the body cameras go to black, signaling there were images of victims' bodies near and inside the club. One survivor described the horror to officers at a staging area near Orlando Regional Medical Center.
The guy just started shooting everybody in the club. Started shooting everybody.
But perhaps the most haunting, watching the disco lights still going as deputies trained their weapons toward each and every room inside Pulse, looking for victims and the shooter. And when redactions inside the club send the video to black, you can hear phones ringing. Calls to victims that were never answered.
Thank you, Kayla. That was Kayla Rose reporting in California. Now, police are searching for answers surrounding what may be another hate attack. They want to know if a woman was targeted because of what she was wearing. San Jose University student Ezra Altoon was attacked in broad daylight this week while wearing a hijab representing her Muslim faith. Just 2 days after learning the results of the presidential election, someone on campus approaching her, then grabbing her scarf and using it as a weapon against her.
Someone came behind me, pulled my scarf all the way back. My scarf is tied around my neck, so when he did, it choked me. And when he was trying to pull me down, my back kind of arched in a very different way. And I was in pain, and for that pain to stop, I kind of pulled forward, and when I did that, he let go, and I fell slam hard on my knees.
Police are investigating the situation while many Muslim women are debating whether or not to wear a hijab or a headscarf when out in public. The political climate has them concerned, and they believe a Donald Trump presidency may embolden more people to act out against them. In Georgia, people are also awaiting answers in a case of a child left in a hot car. There's still no verdict in that hot car death trial in Georgia, even after 3 days of jury deliberations. Justin Ross Harris is accused of intentionally leaving his 22-month-old son Cooper in his car to die. On Thursday, jurors again watched the video of Harris returning to his car at lunchtime while Cooper was dying in the back seat. Prosecutors say Harris had a clear sight of the child strapped in his car seat when he tossed light bulbs into the car. The defense argues that Harris' head was above the car roof line, so he couldn't see inside the vehicle. Deliberations are set to start again next week as courts are closed today for Veterans Day. In Alabama, a fire engulfed a petroleum equipment facility yesterday. Flames broke out in the evening, and witnesses reported hearing several explosions and seeing plumes of smoke before contacting the authorities. It took firefighters about an hour to get the flames under control, and a hazardous materials team was called in to deal with the fire runoff flowing into a nearby stream. An investigation is underway into what caused the fire, but thankfully no one was hurt in the fire and explosions. And some help following unfortunate incidents is coming to Floridians as well as families and local business owners impacted by Hurricane Hermine can now receive compensation for damages caused by that storm. The Florida Division of Emergency Management, FEMA, and the U.S. Small Business Administration are meeting with those impacted by the storm this week. Help is available for those in Manatee County who need to apply for disaster assistance, get updates on a current application, or have any other questions about assistance.
So far, we've seen a little over 80 registrations out of Manatee County. We certainly would like to see everyone who may have been damaged to get registered for FEMA assistance because it's only got till November 28th to do that.
Those impacted by the storm can get help and information at GT Bray Park in Bradenton through Saturday. Also in Florida, a child is alive after falling out of a fourth-floor window of an apartment building. It happened about 1 o'clock yesterday. A 3-year-old toddler fell from her home into a mulched area below. She just missed nearby pavement, thankfully, and authorities report the child didn't even become unconscious after the incident. She was able to move her body following the fall, leading them to believe that she'll make a sound recovery.
Fortunately, kids are very resilient, and even though it was a fall greater than 4 stories, she looked well.
Miami-Dade police say the fall appears to be an accident with no charges currently being filed. And a heartwarming save for a symbol of America's freedom, the bald eagle has been rescued in Orange County after the bird received wounds on her leg, chest, and beak. This happened after a fight between 2 eagles broke out. This 9-pound female eagle was injured and fell down into a storm drain, unable to recover, and drew a crowd of nearly 50 people as wildlife rescuers managed to save her.
I see 2 eagles fighting in the sky, and then they just dropped right into the drain, so I immediately pull over.
It was exciting because, you know, that's an amazing animal. That's our bird. That's our country's bird. We need to keep it safe.
Officials had to reach into the drain and pull out the bird, and once free, it was wrapped in a blanket, put in a box. They'd be given further attention, I'm sure. Being the symbol of our freedom. It'll be taken care of in good stead. And again, an apropos story for Veterans Day and, well, those who have given their all.
That's right. We've seen that around here, actually. Birds fighting for territory and, you know, getting into trouble. We have a very healthy eagle population here on the Suncoast. You can actually go online and look at all the nests that are around here. Yeah, they're tracked very carefully by Fish and Wildlife, and you can see just how many there are. Hundreds and hundreds of eagles' nests that are being monitored across our area.
I saw one soaring and dipping above 75 the other day. I was actually worried because it was coming real close to the cars. It dipped and moved, but it, you know, obviously was in complete control of its faculties, but it was just a wondrous.
Beautiful, yeah, they're gorgeous birds, absolutely gorgeous birds. Sometimes confused with ospreys.
So, yeah, it's hard to tell the difference when you're going 80 miles an hour on 70 miles an hour, excuse me.
We're looking at some very pleasant conditions out there today. Absolutely gorgeous weather for the weekend. We'll talk about that in a second.
Also coming up, some new research focused on combat-related conditions that may be able to help veterans. We'll tell you about the study that could be transforming coming up.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan. It's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Sometimes, when the course is difficult and you might take a step where you could fall, it's important to trust and ask for help. That's one of the most important things we learned at Tidewell's Teen Grief Retreat. On your grief journey, there are going to be difficult parts, but you have to trust in yourself and your support systems and know there are people around who will help you make it through. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Why wait until the turkey has left you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Lovely conditions outside right now. We're looking at a 61-degree temperature, fairly clear skies, dew point of 56, and an east-northeast wind coming in at about 5 miles per hour. That 56-degree dew point is spectacular. That is what is going to make it feel so comfortable this afternoon and really right straight through the weekend, I think. That dew point may even lower a little bit more as we head into the next few hours. Then it'll probably start to rise just a little bit as we head into the weekend. 58 degrees Wauchula, 57 in Arcadia, Mayaca 57, 59 degrees in Northport, 57 in Parrish, 58 in Lakewood Ranch, 57 in Bradenton. Did you notice something different on these numbers today, this morning? Lots of 50s on the board, as opposed to mid-60s that we saw yesterday. We're looking at 63 degrees at Longboat Key, 61 Sarasota and Venice, 62 degrees in Inglewood. Nice, refreshing little blast of drier, somewhat cooler air. Not so much cooler, but lower dew point values allowed the air to cool off during the overnight over us. Didn't actually bring in the cooler air, it just brought in the drier air, and then we cooled it off ourselves here locally during the overnight. Now, back to the west. We have some turquoise colors here. Those turquoise colors are a little bit more moisture at mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. That is headed our way. We will see a little extra cloud cover, I think, as we head into the weekend. But for today, I think mostly sunny skies are going to prevail. We've got a front to the north of us, that front triggering off a few scattered showers. Upstate New York, highest elevations, maybe a few snow showers. Texas might see a little bit of thunderstorm activity. Pacific Northwest will see a few scattered showers. But by and large, the country is looking quiet today. You're not seeing much in the way of any kind of large-scale systems anywhere. This frontal boundary will sink south into dry air. It'll stall out and really not do much, except bring us that little bit of extra cloud cover that I mentioned earlier on. Yeah, it'll trigger off a few showers out in the Atlantic likely, but not over us. We have a rain-free weekend in store. Dry skies, mild, with low humidity afternoons, and then just a cool, crisp string of nights. Now, by the time we get to Sunday into Monday, perhaps another little system will give that frontal boundary a push and bring it closer to our area. Then we start thinking about rain chances as we head into next work week. Slight, minor rain chances. Nothing on radar across the entire state of Florida. Locally, everything is very quiet. Wind gusts are going to be kind of mild today. It's a good boating day. Winds will generally be out of the north. Gusts are not all that great. 2-foot seas or less on your bay and inland waters. Rainfall futurecast keeps us dry today, keeps us dry tomorrow as well. We'll see that little extra cloud cover that I was talking about creeping in. And then as we get into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, perhaps a chance of showers. Looking at the beach and boating forecast for today, it's great. Northeast winds shifting to north overnight at about 10 knots or less. And we look for a very pretty couple of days ahead with that slight chance of showers as we head into next week. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. For the most part, everything is good. We do have our first blip on the screen this morning, but Manatee County is moving along with no issues. All the roadways flowing nicely at this point in the morning. And Sarasota County, also right in the heart of the city of Sarasota, is good. But down south, we do have our first accident of the morning. I-75 northbound near mile marker 179, which is around Toledo Blade Boulevard. So be aware of that. I-75 northbound, an accident. It is not causing a delay at this point because there is not a lot of volume, but do be aware that it may as traffic picks up. Now, some good news for veterans on Veterans Day as the Roskamp Institute in Sarasota invited veterans and military personnel alike to an open house this week, and ABC7's Alex Redmond tells us all about it.
Veterans and military personnel visit the Roskamp Institute to learn about research and clinical trials that may be of particular interest to them.
Such as combat-related conditions like traumatic brain injury, Gulf War illness and post-traumatic stress disorder. And then Alzheimer's disease, of course, is a risk for everybody in the aging population.
93-year-old World War II veteran Melanie Eckstein was in the WACS, or Women's Army Corps, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. She says it's not the first time she met with scientists, although she didn't know then what they were working on.
These people were there making the atom bomb, which I did not know about until it was dropped.
The open house honoring Veterans Day consisted of a tour of the facilities, research presentations, and a free luncheon with faculty.
I'm so impressed with the depth here and all these scientists
One of the problems that veterans face, particularly those with Gulf War illness and PTSD, is that there is not a definitive diagnostic.
Medically retired Marine Corps Sergeant Scott Ramler concurs.
Even the doctors that recognized it, the VA didn't recognize it and ignored it. So now that they've got their information together and they recognize it, now they can start to treat it and rate your disability based on it.
President and CEO Dr. Fiona Crawford says Roscamp has an upcoming Gulf War illness trial.
That is going to be conducted through our clinic, where we're going to be working with patients with Gulf War illness to identify better biomarkers.
Dr. Crawford says something you can measure that confirms conditions like PTSD or Gulf War illness, it would transform things for our veterans. Reporting in Sarasota, Alex Redmond, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
One organization offering free flu shots to celebrate Veterans Day is American Family Care, reaching out to men and women who have sacrificed part of their lives for our country. They're giving back by offering the shots free of charge, so any veteran with proper ID is asked to take advantage of the offer by stopping by an AFC healthcare provider anytime today. Another invitation to veterans, this one for those who have served the U.S. or Canada. A ceremony in Bay Indies Veterans Park in Venice is inviting the veterans to celebrate the day with them. Veterans will be honored with poems and personal stories, plus red poppy pins will be handed out to honor Canadian veterans. The event is open to locals and starts at 10 this morning. With Halloween and election season over, winter holidays are quickly approaching. So what tree is making its way into New York? I bet you can't guess, but we'll tell you coming up.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. The Tony Award-winning star of Billy Elliot the Musical stops by, plus unusual animals from Madagascar and Tommy Bahama in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View. They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Bold, fresh, colorful, gorgeous. Energize your home with the HGTV Home Furniture Collection at Bacon's Furniture and Design. With hundreds of fabrics to mix and match, you'll find your perfect style. And with design and decorating ideas from the experts at HGTV and complimentary design service at Bacon's, it's easy to create the look and feel that's uniquely you. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 5:55, and here's what's coming up in our 6 o'clock hour in just a couple minutes. It's Veterans Day, obviously, and people across the nation and right here on the Suncoast taking part in a number of ceremonies and services to honor those who have served our country. Also, Anna Marie Island, a race that received nearly 100 voter challenges by one of the candidates, gets some resolution. The Salvation Army getting a financial boost by a local resident to help homeless find permanent housing. And don't forget Football Friday night. The playoffs begin tonight. Adam Cellini, Dwayne Lindo will have it all for you at 11 o'clock. With the chill in the air, everyone is starting to prepare for the holiday season, and you know what that means. Christmas trees, and the biggest one of all, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, starting its journey from upstate New York to Manhattan. It's a 94-foot tall Norway spruce, and it was cut down yesterday and loaded onto a truck. The spruce will make the 140-mile trip to Manhattan and is expected to arrive tomorrow. The tree's 50,000 lights will be switched on during a live television broadcast on November 30th. Wow, look at that tree.
Remember when that used to be the start of the Christmas season?
Yeah, now it's August, the start of Christmas. I think when that tree started growing
That's
was
right,
the
when
start
they
of
planted the
Christmas. All right, it's 5:56. We'll be back with more news coming up.